Ready? Started. In farming, the farmer has close association with soil, water, cattle, seed, season cycle, and the surrounding society and geography. The agricultural experts neglected this relationship and developed new farming methods with the help of technology, resulting in loss of soil fertility to farmers' suicides, which the country has witnessed. The basic objective of agriculture in our traditional wisdom was not only to feed ourselves and other people of the society, but also to nurture. We have to produce for our society and not for the market. Therefore, the objective of our farming should not be merely abundance but completeness also. The objective should be to make available the whole society nutritional and adequate food. This is the second time after independence when there is going to be a big transformation in the system in respect to agriculture and farmers. The country is struggling with food shortage in the 60s, was made self-reliant through the Green Revolution, and now the Prime Minister is striving to double the income of the debt-ridden farmers and raise their living standards. Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi has prepared a 7-point plan for this. Looking at the current scenario of agriculture in India, 69% of the farmer families have less land than 1 hectare land. 17% of the families have land between 1 to 2 hectares, according to the National Sample Survey Organization. 36% of the farmers are landless. Economic Survey of 2015-16 states then 48.9% of the total workforce population is contributing only 17% to GDP. And in the current financial year, the growth rate of agriculture and allied sectors is expected at 2.1%. The Prime Minister's goal of doubling the income of farmers by 2022 is commendable and full of challenges, but not impossible. Before taking steps towards the goal of doubling the income, it is essential to know the income of the farmer in the current fiscal 2016-17. As according to the available NSSO data for 2012-13, the average monthly income of the country's farmer is rupees 6,426. In the resolution of doubling the earnings, it also needs to be clarified whether we want to double the amount of the maximum income or actual income. Actual income is the estimated reduced minimum income by taking into account appropriate inflation factors. It is to be noted that the minimum income doubles automatically in 6 to 7 years, whereas it takes about 20 years to double the actual income. In such a situation, doubling the actual income by 2022 would require 3 times the current momentum of ongoing efforts. In the 60s, the country had initiated the first change in the condition of farmers and the agriculture system through the Green Revolution, but despite the increase in production triggered by the Green Revolution, the socio-economic impact was not very increasing, due to which ill efforts on soil, water, environment as well as on human health could be seen. The cost of farming vis-a-vis production value led to farmers in heavy debt. As per the 2013 survey, about 52 to 56% of the farming families in the country are under debt burden, and the debt amount on each family was about rupees 48,000. Today, it is necessary to analyze the current agriculture scenario and policies before making a new action plan for addressing the grey areas. The well-being of a community depends on how they get the value of their produce. If the government pricing policy is unfair, then the community can never thrive. The government declares the minimum support price for 24 agricultural commodities, but there is huge discrepancy in the way the Commission for Agriculture Costs and Prices determines the price of crops. In fact, it calculates the minimum support price by reducing the actual cost of crops according to the name and suggests buying only on reduced price. The cost value estimated by CACP is based on all Indian level average. Often, MSP is less than the cost price of farmers. Therefore, the price of crops should be determined by the CACP in proportion to the increase in the value of other commodities and services in any previous year as base year. Secondly, it also needs to be ensured by the government that the prices of all such commodities in the markets do not go below the MSP, and purchase should be guaranteed, because currently only 6% of the crops are purchased on MSP. Remaining agricultural commodities fetch 30% less price in the market. The country produces more than 28 crore ton horticulture crops and thus the second largest producer country in the world. But due to the lack of adequate food processing industry and technology, farmers get only 20 to 30% of the consumer purchase price. The life of the Indian farmer is full of uncertainties and plight. The crop which remains intact after the onslaughts of rising costs, bad weather, pest attacks in his biggest hope. ये 840 वर्ड है, 88 की स्पीड है इसकी, और ये एग्रीकल्चर का 2 नंबर है, 840 वर्ड है। एग्रीकल्चर की जो मैगजीन को 2 नंबर है, सेकंड नंबर 88 के आसपास। अब आप 80 लिखेंगे अगर आप कोई भी अच्छी